Hi everyone. I hope you guys know that we're running a Smash post mains conclave from 9th till 13th. And I have a session on essays on the 11th, that is tomorrow at 2 p.m. And those of you who get to attend it offline, I want to take this as a precursor to that session so that you have the right frame of reference before you come to the class. I'll do most of the PYQs of 2025 at two levels. One is a beginner level and one is the advanced or a ranker level. The idea before that in this session is to introduce you to a taxonomy, which is a learning framework, which most competitive exams across the world use when they set a paper for you. Most exams, which are subjective, and even objective in fact, but most exams which are subjective, wherein they need to test your thinking abilities, your critical thinking abilities, they gradually enhance their paper from level 1, which is this, to level 6. Now, level 6 is not needed for UPSC. Level 1 is what most of you would have commanded a good grasp on. I'll take you through these levels and we'll understand what I mean. Level 1 of this Bloom's taxonomy, which by the way is pretty much revised, it was recently revised in 2001. So it's pretty much up to date with the way our learning systems are evolving. The level 1 is basically just remembering. Okay, it's almost similar to the one-pager notes that you hear about, that you download from a ranker's telegram or you hear about in YouTube, etc., etc. These are basically flashcards, and most of our school education has gone in flashcards and one-pager notes and very basic mind maps, basic ones, not very complex. Basically, just jotting down everything that you have read, and that has an important element in UPSC preparation as well. In your static subjects, the foundation. The way India is structured, polity, economics, etc., is foundational on, or we assume it's foundational on remembering the facts. Then comes understanding, which most of us would be able to do. This is level 2. This is equivalent to me asking you to explain a concept to a 5-year-old. Not complex jargons, not heavy vocabulary, but a simple concept to a 5-year-old. I'll give you an example. And I'll take an example from the essay, which we're going to discuss in an advanced mode tomorrow, but it's to a basic one. The essay the first question which came this year for everyone was, truth knows no color. And only 4% Janta attempted it, because even though this looks a very simple statement, most people went for those statements which had a direct PYQ relevance to some 2-3 years back. And I think around 40% people attempted similar questions. So inevitably making it more difficult, for those who attempted, and difficult to grade, difficult to get the X-factor marks. But such is the case. So this question, truth knows no color. What happens is, if your learning stage is still at level 1 or level 2, you'll automatically agree with this statement. You'll give a silent nod to this statement, and you will remember all the anecdotes and quotes which affirm this statement. So you will remember Gandhi, you will remember Satyamev Jayate, you will remember Martin Luther King, because that is a direct reference to color. You will also try to, because you would have known about different old approaches, PESTLE and whatnot. So you will try to broaden your horizon, first quickly move to science. And you would remember that, science also knows no color. All the laws are actually equal across any boundary, any division, right? So you'll remember these few things, and that would form the first by default bedrock of your mental attempt to this essay. We haven't even penned down any word right now. We're at this stage where on the level 2, you can elaborate on this. That truth knows no color, there is no discrimination, truth is equal to all, it has no inequalities embedded in it, etc., etc. And there are these examples of stalwarts like Gandhi, Mandela, and Martin Luther King, the usual tropes, usual stuff, which you'll remember. And on level 3, if you are able to reach, and some people do, a good chunk of people who are senior or who've done your studies well, they'll reach where they will be able to apply the concepts, right? So they'll be able to apply the first definition they get out of expanding this into modern references, fake news, corruption, unfair trials, etc., etc. They'll be able to see stuff from history which is relevant to these application points, and they'll be able to put it down. ये 3 level are easy for most of us to achieve. Our whole school life was based on this level, remembering. Then it's understanding, because you're giving an exam which is not objective, which has such a huge syllabus that you do really need to understand, and your classes or foundation would have helped in this basic. Then comes the application, which you keep getting better when you write more, attempt more, read more, consolidate those things, etc., etc. But then comes the level where only 10% of you are there, and those are the people who make it to the rank. That level is the level of analyze. And analyze का mnemonic होगा, I mean, you have to uncover all the assumptions. You have to not just quickly jump to giving a yes, a nod to what it is, and recover whatever you remember, but you have to now get into the counterfactuals, the counters, the opposite side of it very quickly. Before committing to a line of thought, you have to think of what are the assumptions that this truth knows no color statement holds. Where have I seen this not working? Is this ideal, or is this how reality is working, which I see, right? Now you start counter questioning. Now comes your assumption. In Hindi, you will say, "Bal ki khal nikalna." And when you are at this level, and when you begin at this level, your inroads might appear slow. Okay, it's very fast to be at this level. You get someone's one-pager note, and you will see a lot of content, 20 example, 10 quotes, etc., etc. Then you're able to quickly write something in understanding. Use a lot of words to write something, or less words and miss the essence. But regardless, the momentum feels quick here. It is here that it's kind of, you feel some kind of a break to your thinking abilities, because now you're going deeper into something. Now you're trying to analyze this statement to its fullest potential, which we will do in the class tomorrow. But now you're thinking of uncovering all the assumptions which this holds true. Okay, and you stay put with this, and this is where good classes and good sessions and good peer group comes handy. Then you move to the next level, which is evaluate. By the way, analyze, critically analyze, examine are all the same thing. Evaluate is the part where almost everyone struggles, because evaluate essentially asks you to ask this question, so what? I've been able to see two sides of the coin. I've been able to see how this functions, this makes sense, but in practice we see truth always being divided by prejudice, pride, and this and that, vagera vagera, and you're able to see the nuance of this as well. And then you ask, okay, so what? Where do we add depth? So what is like your next step? So what? Is it just at this level, or are there more nuances that I have to figure out? So what is basically your answer to a hardcore evaluation. This is where, even if you're not, let's say, writing essays, you're just talking to someone, you read a news, you ask, so what? Is it that important as it's sounding to be? Is my antithesis or my counter to this, I could think of a counter, but is that counter that legit? So what is actually the stage where you start prioritizing things. So what is the stage where, if you and I are talking and I give you 5 oppositions to your statement, so what would be your ability to sit down and rank my 5 oppositions in the order of priority and then argue back with me? Or you can do it to yourself if you're taking 2 sides. This is the crown jewel of your preparation. This stage is the stage you have to master like crazy. My guess is that UPSC asks questions at all these levels. अब तो prelims भी थोड़ा philosophical हो गए, but even in mains you will have questions where you will just be asked to remember and put the stuff back on the paper. One where you have to rephrase, paraphrase the things, figure out, like social engineering का सवाल आया था, you have to figure out, okay, where did I hear it, where did I read anything about social engineering, hopefully understood the concept, put it out. Very simple. Apply, when you apply a principle and its application, it's almost a one-to-one thing. Okay, you think of a principle and you apply it. You think of a cause and then there's an effect. Very one-to-one. Analyze is when you start scratching beneath the surface. Analyze is when you go deeper. You understand the counters also, and you go deeper, and you stay beyond the obvious. You go deep, deep, deep. Evaluate is now when you are at the zenith of your intellect. Now you prioritize. You keep asking, so what? And by the way, this is actually how learning takes place. Wherever you've gotten into depth of any subject, these are the steps you would have gone deep into. The last over here is create. This is where magic happens. You're not needed for UPSC, but the more inroads you make into any subject, any field, any thought, then you're able to see how to create a better understanding, how to create more frameworks, how to create a video even, how to make sure that students understand all of this in the best possible way, how to take an example and flesh it out across these levels. I hope this gives you a clear idea of how learning takes place, in our, in journey of UPSC, college, school, whatever, right? And that brings me to the most important part of our discussion, which will happen tomorrow in depth for all the PYQs. But that's the TAS framework. This is the framework which is thesis, antithesis, leading to a synthesis. Now, even though many of you might not have heard this, the very way in which these diagrams are drawn gives you a sense of that there are two opposite point of views which unite, and they give the next best so what we do funda. And if you understand that the level 4 and the level 5 of the Bloom's taxonomy is nothing but analysis and evaluation, which is where this thesis, this framework fits in perfectly well for essays which are now becoming more and more reflective. Okay? And TAS is a dialectic framework. Matlab, with dialogues, you are figuring out the opposing point of views and consolidating an insight, getting to the next level, and then see us level pe kya hota hai. But above all, TAS is the framework which this year is applicable on all the essays. All the 8 essays can be resolved through TAS. TAS is a framework. Bloom's taxonomy is our levels of learning, how you should be engaging with a subject. When you engage with a subject in that level, you are able to fulfill your knowledge gaps and your critical thinking ability gaps. Once these are fixed, TAS is a framework which essentially divides your whole essay into intro, a definitional paragraph which I call an elevator summary, then a big block of thesis with its dimension plus examples and arguments, then antithesis, same, and then a synthesis. Synthesis is the next level of truth, the higher truth. Okay? Synthesis and all these things we'll study in detail. I'll tell you variants of thesis, variants of antithesis, and I'll also tell you how a basic antithesis, how a basic TAS works, and how an advanced TAS works. So as you grow deeper into your understanding of that Bloom's taxonomy, which is basically as you go deeper into these level 4 and level 5, you will be able to have enough fodder points and enough abilities to fight out one argument with another and finally come up with a very refined nutshell of a framework or a skeleton in which you will put all the examples, you will put dimensions, and you will cover it up. And that is when you will be able to get closer to 140 plus marks. And read the essays of people on a statistical significance scale, read the essays of rankers who've gotten, let's say, above 130. And you will find invariably thesis, antithesis, synthesis applied there with the right amount of rigor. You'll also find that they might not give a lot of examples, but they will give a lot of dimensions within their thesis, antithesis, synthesis. How do we get these dimensions? We get these dimensions when we're able to uncover the assumptions which are lying hidden in a single line of essay. Like we did for the muddy water is best cleaned when it's left undisturbed. We'll be able to figure out the assumptions on the level 4 thinking. Is it really? What assumptions are there? What things have to be there to make sure that muddy water cleans? One, there has to be no impurities in the environment which enter the system. Second, we have to know that this is actually a self-correcting mechanism embedded in this. Third, we need to know what time frame we should leave the muddy water beaker. Otherwise, things might just stagnate or devolve into something even more monstrous. And so on and so forth. We list 4 or 5 assumptions. And when you find that यार ये assumptions मुझसे हो नहीं पा रही हैं, या how are thinking, या how are you making these things work, the only answer is that you have to stay put. You have to stay put with classes. You have to stay put with those level 4 and 5 of deliberations. Now, I hope, if not completely, but you get a sense of कि जो मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, that's hitting sense, right? So that's making sense. Now we have two options. तो इतना तो अपने को पता है कि we cannot just stay at the level of remembering, understanding, and even application. These levels are good. If you just stay at the level of application, or if you're able to graduate to the level of application, you'll get average marks. You might even get an interview call, but nothing more than that. Okay, you make it to some ranks, but you'll not get the top ranks. So itna to pata hai how do we move, that we have to get to the 4th and 5th level. 6th chhod do abhi. Now there are two ways to go about that. One is you move linearly down. You first focus on remembering what we call basic coverage syllabus, foundational books, etc., etc. Then you focus on understanding, which is when you attempt basic test, or you're able to explain it to your mentor, or explain it to yourself, or rewrite the same thing in your notes. Okay. Then comes the part where you apply things. This application is something which we do every week on Samachar Manthan, right? We have to apply whatever we learned in that week into a question. If nothing else, you have to drop examples. That's like the basic application. And then gradually we go to analyze, then gradually we go to evaluate, and that's it, level 5. This is it. That's one way, and trust me, it'll take a lot of time for you to do that, because this itself is the biggest jungle. There are a lot of facts and data which will tax your mind and will keep you here. It won't let you move forward faster. The other bold way is to start with level 4 and level 5 first. And kids do that, by the way. Kids ask a lot of questions. They keep asking, ऐसा क्यों होता है? So what? So what? They keep asking to a point of pestering you to death. But if you're reading something, and if you then go about evaluating and analyzing that sequentially with your mentor or with your teacher, whoever it's a peer group which you're studying, trust me, and the science behind it can be proven in some other class, but trust me, the facts will be taken care of. This basic facts, this level 1 of understanding, this application will all be taken care of once these things become your habit. But they take some time to get into it. So it might feel slightly claustrophobic if you just, with your textbooks, thinking through. It might feel slow in terms of the progress that you would like to have. But that is the essential thing. Don't go and fall for this fallacy. Do not go and attend classes or lectures or videos where just taking a lot of facts, which will overwhelm you. That's the beauty of facts. They will overwhelm you. And they'll make you think that, you know what, unless until I have covered this much syllabus, I cannot attempt this exam. That's not the case. In the actual field, when you are in IAS, IPS, foreign services, whatever, the field jobs within the UPSC, you are supposed to take decisions with less variables known. You're supposed to do these kind of critical thinking. Analyze and evaluate. What's the best course of action? So what? I know only this. This is what you're supposed to do. There'll always be questions in the paper where there will be no theory in the standard textbooks. You have to be able to attempt them. But don't get stuck in this. Don't even start your preparation heavily on this. Read the basic NCERTs, but do not get stuck into reference books just yet. If there is some knowledge gap, it will be covered in this. When you come and talk to us and you join our program, Smash Mains, UAP, Samachar Manthan, trust the process. Trust me. This is how we want you to go through this journey. This is how it actually only way makes sense. Everything else is going to bore you down or tear you down to no end. And even if you get through it by, that memorize, rote learning and a lot of practicing, the way people are now even doing in JEE preparation, once you get to the college, once you get to the academy, you'll feel the burn, and you might not be able to get to the next level with your full potential, with the full Josh. So anyway, I hope Bloom's taxonomy makes sense. I hope you understand the basic task framework, which we're going to discuss in depth tomorrow. And we'll try to do questions in 2 levels, basic, advanced, so that you understand where you are right now and where you want to be. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.